Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Akum C. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to you. Ndewonu. Ndewonu. I said we're going to discuss about the four eras and times in Igbo spirituality, the universal consciousness. FNC. That's what I said. Let's discuss this today, so that we understand that there are times and eras and seasons that launched us while we are where we are. Ifemela iji wee nọrọ ebe anyị nọ tata. While we are where we are. That is what I want us to discuss. So if you're joining me, please share this video. Help me and share so that others can join us. It's going to be interesting, expository as before. And my phone number remains +234 70 305 70506. I do not have another number in case someone is giving you another number. This is the only number I use to attend to people. This is the only line you can get me on. So, greetings, Lovina Aneke. Greetings, Chuku Augustina. So, we have four eras in Igbo spirituality. We have four eras of the universe. Beke might call it Ice Age, Stone Age, different ages and all those things, but let's use our terms here. Now, the first one is Ogaka. The second one is Ogachi. The third one is Ogaze. And the fourth one is Ogawo. Greetings, my king. And the fourth one is Ogawo. These are the four eras in Igbo spiritual consciousness. These are the four eras. Ogaka, Ogawo, Ogaze, Ogachi. So let's start with Ogaka. What is it? What is Oga? Oga is an era, abundance of something. Just when you say Ogane, that is scarcity of food, an era where there's scarcity of food. So when you say Oga, is an era, a time of something, an era, a season of something. I don't know Ogaji. Oga no I no keta. This era we are. I don't know Oga okoro. That means we can get plenty okoro. I don't know Oga no. It is something used to describe a time, an era. Just understand the concept of Oga in all this. When I say we have Oga, Ogachi, Ogaka, Ogazi, Ogao. So, understanding the root word Oga, meaning a time, an era, a season that something happened. Or heralded that heralds something. Now, let's talk about Ogaka. What is Aka? When we are talking about Aka, we are talking about hands. We are talking about destiny. We are talking about when everything was in our hands. The period where we are still gods. It's not as if we are no longer gods, but we've lost that sense of self, that consciousness of who we are. When everything was in our hands, when gods and goddesses walked this plane with, as in, we were all mixing together. Some of the deities you see today, you see Amadi, these people that lived here, they walked here in this kind of body, but it is not like now. The time when we had everything you can think of in our hands. We got everything in our hands at this point that we could take charge and say this is this and this is that, and things go the way we want. At this moment, we were still in control. This is the moment you still had dominion. Let me give you, your Bible will describe it as the time of Adam and Eve. Let me use that story to tell you. In the beginning, they said God gave them dominion over all the other creatures. This was the time we had dominion over everything else. During Ogaka, we had dominion over everything else. We were living as kings and as gods and goddesses. When that flame started dwindling, we got to the stage, we got to another stage called Ogachi, the era of Chi. Because because things were in our hands, people were now forced to do things that are not in line with their Chi, that is not in line with fulfilling their destiny, who they are. Because we had that so much control over Chi. We entered the era of Ifo Waboye na Chia. We entered the era of Chi, where our Chi, that divine source, that divine energy gets to. That era was still good. Before any pink man or white man came to colonize you, came to colonize us, we don't already fall Yakata for ground. Or they just helped us boot up, boot up. We're already doing well, destroying ourselves on our own before they actually came to finish work. During the era of Ogachi, we were one with Chi. We were one. We were able to tap into our Chi and follow our life missions, our life purpose, our destinies. We're able to tap into these destinies and follow it up. We're able to understand, this is what my Chi needs from me. This is what my Chi wants of me. This is why I'm here. That moment, greetings, Musa. That moment, you still have that consciousness of who your Chi is. Ugachi. Knowing that Chi governs all. Chi in Igbo. Understanding the concept of Chi for us to be in, when you say Chi Ejiena. So we recognize the day, every day an Igbo man wakes up, they see that day is Chi. So when you say every day, we say Obochi Obona. Obochi Obona. Any day that the day breaks, Obochi Obona. Obochi. Obochi. Obochi Obona. Kachibo. So we understood that Chi was governing all at this point. So that's why when it gets dark, we say Chi Ejiena. Chi Ejigo. Chifo, when the light comes out in the morning, we say Chiefona or Chiabogo. We understood that Chi was governing all. And that's when someone has a bad luck, we say, hey, oh yeah, well, Ajochi. When someone has a bad luck, we say, oh yeah, well, Ajochi. Or when someone has good luck, ah, you were Chioma. You were Chioma. We understood the influence of Chi in everything that we do. We understood that influence. The power of Chi, the power of that energy, the power of that infinite source, greetings, Genesis. We understood this at that point. But then came a time, human beings, economics will tell you that human wants are insatiable. Humans are insatiable. You can never satisfy human beings. If you start following what people are saying, you froze up. You're going to get into a lot of trouble. You start listening to everything everyone has to say about you, you'll be entering into a lot of trouble. I think that was illustrated with a story. A man had a donkey, and he was with the son. They were walking beside the donkey, holding, guiding the donkey as they moved. People saw them on the road and they were like, oh, look at these people, how foolish they are, that they are walking, they have a donkey, they should be able to mount the donkey and make their transportation easy, and they are just walking alongside the donkey. Are they not stupid? And this man listened to the advice. Him and the son, they mounted the donkey, and it was nice. Their journey was going smoothly until they met another group on the road. Another group that said, oh, how stupid. Hey, look at. They don't even know anything. These people are wicked. Look at the way this man and his son are mounting this donkey, and they are making the donkey weak. Or the donkey cannot even do this for himself. The donkey cannot even, they don't know that their weight is too much on the donkey. The man decided to get down. The man got down from the donkey so that only the son, okay, only the son can be on the donkey. They were moving, and there's another group that said, this boy is so irresponsible. Look at the way the old father is just walking and he's there when his legs are still strong, stronger than the man's son, and they cannot. He doesn't know he's supposed to be walking. Why the father mounts the donkey? The boy got down, the father mounted the donkey. Another group came. This man is so inconsiderate. He's quite old. Why didn't he let the son be the one to be on top of the donkey? Let him do the walking. He's older and has more experience. This is how they got down, and they decided, okay, let them carry the donkey on their head. And that was how they fell inside the water with the donkey. All of them drowned. Isolo no more wine everything you're doing. You let people take decisions for you. You're going to drown. The quest to satisfy humans can never be satisfied. You cannot satisfy them. No matter what you do, people will always talk. Agụrụ ya n'egwu. Ife memere n'ụwa ụmụ ga-akọlịlị. Ụmụ ga-akọlịlị. Anyị asịlịlị. Ife emere ọnụ bụ ka ọ na-ekwu okwu. Our mouth is meant to be talking. So people are always going to talk. Now the problem is, are you going to listen, or will you pick and choose what you listen to? Or will you listen and check? Greetings, Rick Richards. Or will you listen and check? Are these people actually telling me the truth? The quest for power, that is how we started failing. During the era of Ogachi, people felt, oh, they can actually be greater than this person. Oh, they can bring other spirits. They can do this. They can do that. They started bringing in strange spirits. Yes, there has always been duality. Even that time, there was always duality. There's duality in every. You see, good and evil, it will always be here. You can't expunge evil on the surface of this earth. You can't expunge evil. It is, there are two sides of the same coin. Like I said, I'll still talk about, we all have that darkness in us. Because someone is telling you, oh, you're supposed to do this way. And someone is, oh, people today, can't you see people, when your brother feel like you're trying to get richer, what is the quest for you to be greater than another person? They now want to start carrying different spirits, different more, asking them for different things, just for them to be greater. Or you have to be killing this one for me. You have to be killing twins for me. You have to be killing virgins for me. You have to be killing this one for me. How else will you get virgins to kill, if not to say that the gods said? Which God? There is no God or goddess in Igbo land that demands blood. There is no pure spirit, Abara, that will ask you for blood. Or to kill this person for me. Kill this woman for me. Kill that man for me. I need a virgin woman. I need a virgin guy. I need twins. It's blood of twins. How else would they get blood of twins? Of course, their wives don't give birth to twins all the time. How else will you get twins to kill? If not by saying that the gods said that twins are abomination and they must be killed when they are giving birth to. That is how they started killing twins. You had to make it a tradition. They made it their omenala to be doing that. Which I would always tell you, one of my great-grandfather is guilty of that. This is how they do things. You start hearing things like, oh, this person, they have to use 2 virgins to take this person to their grave. They don't enter one useless cult that is demanding all manner of rubbish. That is how we started falling. That was how we fell to the point of Ogazi. To the point where even the animals are better than us. To the point where you have to liberate yourself by using the blood of animal. When they talk about the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and they started dying and doing, this is what they try to depict with a story. The time they started listening to foreign spirits, spirits that are foreign to them, spirits that does not glorify them, spirits that does not edify them. They started taking advice from beings they do not know. And that was how we started falling from grace to grass. That is how we entered Ogaze, the age of ignorance. Some people are still neck deep in Ogaze practices. When I see people that are putting their chi inside Obeshi to be feeding them, they are still living in Ogaze. Do you know what is Ogaze? Do you know when you say Omuaka? The Ogaka is governed, is the people that lived in they are called Omuaka. Do you know when you liken children to Omuaka, people that are in their pure forms, their innocence, as it is, Umuchi, Umuchuku, and then we resorted to the age of Omwaze. You know, there's a way you will behave as an adult. They say, when you start misbehaving, they tell you you're behaving like Omwaze. That is why when children actually you take in the head that Omwaze. But you can't forgive an adult when they start behaving like Omwaze, as if they are ignorant. The age of ignorance. Everything they did, they did. The age of lost glories. When they started killing twins, they made it to Omenane. They were behaving anyhow. It is during Ogachi that they stopped women from breaking kola nuts. Because they've pissed off different spirits and they were rising up. When you pick up kola nut, these spirits will strike you down. This one pick up kola nut and they decided to preserve their women. Not that nature decided that women should not break kola nuts. They were trying to preserve their women so that women can give birth to the next generation. They don't want these women to be, they don't want their generation. They don't want their generation to be wiped out. It was during this period that they told women, don't break kola nuts. It's not arrow anything for a woman to break kola nuts. It was during this period they told women not to do this, not to do that, because they were trying to preserve their women so that their women can continue giving birth to children that are going to continue, children that are going to carry on their names. So they can continue. That was how, okay, the men who were ready, that's why only men go to war, because they want to preserve women that will give birth to. Because definitely after war, population is reduced. And if there are no women, how do they move on to the next generation if there are no women to actually reproduce? Remember in the Bible, was it Lot? I think it is Lot and his daughters. Lot and his daughters, after everything comes spoil, they didn't want their name to go. The two daughters slept with him at night to be able to reproduce, get pregnant and give birth to children. Yeah, that kind of scenario. They wanted their line to continue. They don't want a situation whereby they go into oblivion. Like nobody will know they existed. And they decided to protect the women. Okay, women should no longer do this. Let men do it. So that when the spirit hits one man, only one man is enough to impregnate 10 women. Even if it takes him 10 days to do. That was the idea. To build the population, to build the populace. Not that it is a arrow. If it is against nature for women to actually touch kola nut, nature will not give women any gifts to heal or to venerate the ancestors. Our ancestors. ancestors that it was still women that gave birth to them. There is always balance in nature. There is no imbalance in nature. No matter what you do, nature would always try to find its balance. During Ogazi, a lot happened. That was the time they started putting chi inside Obisi. That was the time they started doing agua and putting it inside calabash. That was the time they started doing all lot of ignorance, things of ignorance, ifomwazi. That was when they started doing all that. They're messy anyhow. But now, we are just getting into the age of Ogao, the age of knowledge, the age of enlightenment. That is where we are. Where everything that is hidden comes to light. Where every truth is revealed. Where every lie is uncovered for everyone to see. That is the age we are in. That is why you see everywhere. Everywhere you look, you see as a one, you see as a woke. Many are called, but few are choosing. Everywhere you look, for light workers, they are coming. Ogawo, children of the sun. Your ancestors did not do anything bad. It's your forefathers that did something bad. I've said this before. Ancestors are ascended masters. They are saints. It's your forefathers that should be saying whatever it is they did. What you should try not to make the same mistake that they made. And you venerate your own self. Now, this is the point. I hope you're sharing. Help me and share this video. This is the time. This is the point where everything that is hidden is coming to light. The children of the light are landing. They are coming. For us to go back to Bechi, for us to go back to being gods and goddesses that we are, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Someone saw this vision in the Bible. I can't remember his name. Does I tell you some things you see in your Bible? These were things stolen from ancient texts. I think it was Ezekiel. He saw 4 seasons. Is it Babylon? He was trying to define and trying to explain it with different ages. If I find it, I'm still going to talk about it. So if you're sleeping on top bike, I wanna chat. That is why Mbaka will come out after hiding for years. He came out last year to say, I ain't miri. I ain't miri. When they say they try to correct themselves, but you cannot correct the truth. You can't correct the truth. They come out, they say things without knowing what is pushing them to say it. When after saying it, they start looking for damage control. Then he now tried to cover it up. Oh wow. A lot is being revealed. That is why we can see through the lies of the elites. A lot of people are going back to eating natural things, to taking natural medicine, to doing different things to help themselves. People are working hard to snap back to their God self, to that God consciousness. Because we are in Ogao. Blood pressure is not a sickness. Diabetes is not a sickness. It is not inherited. It is as a result of our lifestyle, the lifestyle we choose, things we eat. If you change your diet, change your lifestyle, you will see that these things are not sicknesses. It goes over time. It's as a result of the things that we eat. That is why we have all those sicknesses. Ask yourself this question. If so many of you were opportune to see maybe your great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother, you will see that no be BP kill them. No be sugar kill them. They died at a very ripe old age. Because the kind of poison we consume today, that is not the kind of poison they were eating during their time. They had more healthy food. They had more healthy meal. So I'm guilty. I follow the chop rubbish. We eat a whole lot of nonsense. That is why we get sick. Osabiene ya nsogbu. Someone called me. He said he was having pains all over his legs. This, and that. He's having these pains. His ankle. His knee. His this. His that. He was having all these pains. How old are you, sir? I'm 52 years old. Yes. You're 52 years old. Okay. Sir, do you take milk? Yes, I take milk. Can you leave milk alone? Can you stop taking milk? Animal milk. Can you stop taking it? You don't need it. You say, but I say, same, just can you stop taking it for just let's watch yourself for 3 months. Stop taking it. His pains reduced. Imagine if I take away other things from him. His pains reduced drastically. Imagine if I go into full meal plan, telling him what to eat and not what not to eat. These things, these things are as a result of our life choices, the things we choose to eat. So it is not inherited sickness. If it is inherited sickness, you will have it as a baby. You will have high blood pressure. Do you know why your blood pressure increases? First of all, the waters we drink. The waters we drink. You want to drink water. And then, remember you have your vein that transports blood. You have nerves all over your body that transports blood. And then you drink water that has so many heavy metals in the name of water treatment. The purest of waters is spring water. You drink water that is laced with heavy metals. What do this water do? They get into your body, and then most of the times they are in your blood. They start forming things in your blood, blockages, or maybe fats, cholesterol, unwanted fat start storing in your blood veins. Imagine your waterway. If you have tap in your house, when something blocks the water will now be dripping. Even the force the water is using to push up, the water will not be able to come up to you. It will be dripping small because there are blockages. Even when you increase the pressure, that water will not move well until those blockages are removed. So imagine somebody having high blood pressure. Those metals, heavy metals in the bloodstream, those fats, unwanted fats in the bloodstream, blocking way. And the pumping machine we are talking about, the sumo that nature gave us, the heart, that is responsible for pumping blood and generating it all over the body. It pumps the blood, and the blood moves. Some rush back because they are not able to move as they should, because there are obstacles. Little or nothing move. That is how blood pressure happens. That is he has high blood pressure. She has high blood pressure, high B, or high BP. So imagine if this person starts detoxing. Imagine if this person reduces the amount of poison they eat. That is, have you ever seen somebody being cured of high with all those medicine? Those medicine will only remove the symptoms. So it will just patch you up. But when you start doing the main work, that is why I tell people, now we are still young. Let us take care of our body. The things we eat, we should be careful. At my age, I already know the things I'm trying not to eat. Because I don't want to get to that point where I will start taking all those if I need my legs are tan or my tramadol, my kewa, my what's all those names? I can't remember their names. All those all BP. Find out that you don't really need it. So it is not inherited. It's not a genetic sickness. It's not. It's as a result of the choices, the food we eat, what we give our body makes our body sick. What we give our body over time makes us sick. So don't think that diabetes, this is. See a man is already 50 years old, but every day he's at the beer parlor, he's drinking beer. Why won't he be sick? Why won't he have diabetes and high blood pressure? Do you know what they used to make beer? Do you know what's inside? So you will definitely get sick if you don't watch yourself. That's what we are talking about. That's when we started. Have you asked yourself, when you're reading the Bible, you see things like, and he lived 939. Do you know how they lived that long? They were not eating poison. They were not. We are eating a whole lot of poison. During my time in secondary school, they will tell us, when your children, girls will start seeing their period at the age of 14, 15 years old. Today, children are seeing their period at the age of 9 years, 8 years. Why? Because we are eating things that are how do I put it? That is fast forwarding our life for us to die younger. It's fast forward the process. Agric. Start watching what you eat, Oziomoko. That is what you should do for yourself. Be health conscious. Start watching what you eat. If you can stop taking soda. What is soda? My Coke, my Fanta, my Pepsi, you have reduced half of your problem. If you can stop taking it. Me, maybe that only enters my mouth like maybe about 3 to 4 times in a year. There was a year I did not take it at all. I think this time maybe because I use it to go to work sometimes. Just no salutosa. I cannot even finish one bottle. Oh, you can water one bottle. I feel drink for 2 days or 3 days. You can reduce it. Reduce your problem. Why do we have kidney problems everywhere? Liver problems everywhere you see online. People are begging for money to treat themselves of kidney problems. Was it like that before? When you were small, how many people did you see in your village that have kidney problem? How many people did you see in your village that have liver problem? How many? None. So is the kidney problem and liver problem genetic? No. It's as a result of our choices. The things we choose to eat are not things that glorifies and edifies our body. They are things that harm our body. Over long term of use, they harm our body. They start harming us. You're working in the office. Let me tell you, I'm not a fan of hard work. You might say our ancestors, they were eating yam. When somebody has diabetes, they say, don't eat yam, don't eat this. Your ancestors were eating yam. Your ancestors, they know sit down inside office, they work. They know they sit down inside office. Monday to Friday, you're inside the office, you're writing. You're at home, you're pressing your phone. You're working from home. Your ancestors, they trek kilometers to the farm every day. They trek kilometers. Do you know how the amount of sugar they burn to get to the farm? Do you know the amount of sugar that they burn just to get to the farm? Do you know the amount of cholesterol? But our ancestors, they were eating meats. Do you know that your ancestors, the meats they ate, they put it over fire and it is drained of all those excess fats. You see, it leaves it over time. They cure their meats. So, that is why you should. I understand. Recently, people see me going to the gym, and it's because I'm trying to help my life. Before I started this process and all those things, if I stand, exactly, they drink abo and they were taking natural herbs. If I stand for 5-10 minutes, I'll start feeling the weight on my ankle. I'll start feeling pains. I knew that my body was becoming bigger than my legs could carry. Now so arthritis they take starts. Now so rheumatism they take starts. People, oh, you already have the shape. Oh, you already do this. Don't worry. I need it. Oh, open my phone now. What also? I need it. It's not all about reducing, but keeping healthy. The day I knew I wasn't healthy, I think it was first 2021. My mom, I pretended like I wanted to dance. You know, those are traditional dance. I took just one, two, three, four steps, and I was panting like a lizard. What can you hate? Why am I just want to be here? I told myself, "Nne, you are not alive. Just this small thing. That's why you're panting like a lizard. This small thing. How can you treat sugar? Change your lifestyle. Stop drinking milk. Start exercising. There are apps to help you build back your insulin, which I've shared some of them, and I cannot teach all of them in one video. There are apps to help you. But you cannot be taking apps without taking other measures. You'll just be playing around. Because you're just going to build it back again. It's like giving somebody antidotes to a poison and then the person is still chopping the poison. That cancer is living in your body is because in they see sugar when they chop. You have enough sugar. And this cancer food na sugar now. Once cancer sees sugar, it's very happy. Hey, see environments to grow. Hey, there's enough food here. It's eating and it is growing. It is pumping. Life is exuding life. How to first step in treating cancer? Starve the bastard. Starve it, and it is off your system. Once you starve it, if you no chop, you as a human being like this, if you stop eating, you start reducing. You start reducing in size. Over time, you become bag of bone. You become malnourished. And over time, if somebody just hits you, maybe just slap, self, you feel die. So that cancer gets to a point where it becomes weak that even small medicine where you go give am, you go begin die. You think there is no cure to all these things? It all comes back to your lifestyle, which is why we are trying to get back to our God self, to who we are. That is where it all starts. If you go through my videos on Facebook and on YouTube, you see some of the apps I've shared so far. And I'm going to share more once I get my hands on them. Because most of the apps I have around, I've grounded them. Once I get my hands on raw one, I'm still going to share more. Because there's no need showing you without showing you what the leaf looks like. So it's when I get the leaves or the seeds, I show you, see this one, it looks like this, it looks like that. Going back, thank you so much, Brahma. Going back to Bechi, this is Ogawo, the age of knowledge. Ignorance is not an excuse. And if you do anything to stop this age, or stop people that are trying to open up the light, you will get the repercussion immediately. Have you wondered why it is like everything you do in this current time, it comes back to you immediately? Karma is not joking this period. It comes back to you immediately because this is a knowledge where you have no excuse. This is the age of light. Which is why I was forced to create that group, Obiora, which we are going to launch on the 1st of November. Obiora. Obiora Omochuku is a house of light where the light is supposed to be shown. It's not for those that are looking for quick riches. If you're looking for quick riches, do not ask to be added. And anyway, it's not free. Do not ask to be added. It is not group for magic. You walk. You're going to walk and see the results. I'm surprised. It is surprising and Shocking that at this very moment, where everybody is trying to come back, all other people are interested in is money, 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 money. What should I do to make money? What should I do to get money? On that everywhere. And that is why you continue being scammed. With the things we did in the time of Ogaze, and even things happening in this current time, the way men and some women are going to fall in the next 5 to 10 years or even less, is going to be wonderful. Because you're welcome, Omonehi Maria. Hope everything was successful. The way the way they are going to fall, because they have put their life where they don't carry them, they go where they don't know. Your reason for coming back to your roots is because you're looking for money. You will have serious issues. You will have serious problems. Here and all there, and a man like here. You're not going to like the outcome. But as you make your bed, so you lie on it. Better open up yourself. This is the Aquarius age, the age of rebellion. That is why you see so many women, they come online, they tell you this, I will not do this, I will not do that. This is the age of rebellion, the Aquarius age. All the rebels, those who do not conform to that which you call Omenala, they will come out and tell you to your face, I'm not going to do this with you, and you won't do anything about it. They are only waking up. Not to conform to anything, but to put things right. When children speak, you're asking, why are they talking as if they've lived or no? They know what they are talking about. They have lived it before. They are back to correct their past mistakes. Our consciousness starts from where we stopped in our past lifetime. They are back to correct a mistake, and you want them to continue this. They will say no. They will not agree with you. They are going to tell you this is not what their chi tells them. This is not what their mom tells them. Their spirit is not aligning with what you're saying. So they're not going to do what you're saying. They're only going to do that which satisfies their soul, and that which satisfies their consciousness and connection to the universe. Not what you're telling them. Except, of course, what you're telling them aligns with the universe. That is the only time they are going to do they are going to be rebels. During our time, when you ask certain questions in the church, they are like, oh, this is blasphemy. And you go to hellfire. Children of these days, they do not care. Oh, I'm going to go. Just answer the damn question. Zaya Joanna Ajoge. You ask yourself, why are children of these days? If Hamazi, hey, that during your time you did not know this. I ain't on Oga, wake up to it. We are in the age of enlightenment. The age of ignorance is over. Ignorance is not an excuse. When children these days behave, you start asking yourself, how do they know this? Hey, when we were this age, we didn't know this. It's because everything is opening up. There is a shift. There is a change. A lot of persons are going to stand against this enlightenment that is going on. This awakening that is going on. They will be swept away. They won't know they're not going to know what's carry them. They won't even know what is taking them. Once you stand in way of nature, nature's way of trying to rest. You think you're the first person to start using phone. You think you're the first person to ride in an aeroplane. Millions of years ago, thousands of years ago, people have been riding in an aeroplane, using this phone. All these things you're seeing is just a repetition. There've always been rise and fall in civilization. We'll still go back to Stone Age, to Ice Age, all the ages. We'll still go back to all of them. And when we reach the peak again and destroy this place with our activities, we start afresh. Nature is always going to fight back. When nature fights back, you call it, what do you call it? natural disaster, earthquake, hurricane. That's what you're going to call it when nature tries to fight back. Landslide. Very fancy names to tone down the effect of what is going on. And they say, nations shall rise against nations, kingdom against kingdoms. What is happening? Better not stand in the way. Do not stand in the way. High tension. Do not stand in the way of growth. Do not stand in the way of the lights. Do not. You cannot do anything to support the growth process. You cannot do anything to make the light shine for others to see. It's better you fold your hands than to stand in the way. That you were not born than for you to stand in the way of the light. These are the different seasons we have. Ogaka, Ogachi, Ogawo, Ogazi. That means you're stupid, you don't have sense, you don't know what you're doing, you're misbehaving. Those were the age we declined and got to this stage. That was the age we were all conquered. So we were already being conquered before. That was the age we were all conquered. Our spirit, body, and soul, everything. Jidea Bodia Isinani. That is why as I'm back here, nobody can tell me otherwise. Tell me, this is how we do it. I'm not going to listen to that. I won't. The only thing I'll do, I'm not listening to you. Because I'm not here to listen to you. I made mistakes. I'm back here because I listened to things that was said to me before. And I'm not ready to listen again. Because I do not listen to my chi, to the voices, to the divine, or listening to what people are saying. That's why I decided I'm not going to listen again. I'm just going to follow nature. That's why when you want to call me traditional, I say, no, I'm not a traditional. I'm not. Because there is a point it comes to traditional. I say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. Just like when people say they are going to feed their chi, they are going to put their chi inside OBC, they are going to draw their chi. I'm not a party to it. No. My chi was somewhere before he saw this body and chose this body to reincarnate into this realm with this body. So why should I take the chi out of the body it used to come to put it inside something else? It doesn't work. That is Ogaze practice. That is almost a practice. When sticks became better than you. When animals became better than you. Let me stop here. Just know that this is the era. And we have to let the lights. We have to let that light our paths and show us the way to our destinies, to our chi, to the truths of the entire universe. That is what we need to do. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to end it. And I'm saying you all have a wonderful Sunday. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about what is it called? Our dark side. That's what I'll talk about on my next video. Our dark side. You all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday ahead. Yagazielu.